everyone. Welcome back to this live stream where I'm going to try to teach you some basic Shikomori language. By the way, what is Shikomori? Because there are some people who don't know what is Shikomori. Shikomori is the language spoken in Comoros. So you can say Shikomori or Comorian language. So the language spoken in Comoros is called Shikomori. And it has four different dialects. So if we're talking about Shikomori, we are talking about four different dialects, which is the Shingazija, the language spoken in the main island, Ngazija, and Shimwali, the language spoken in Moheli, Shinzwani, the language spoken in Zwani, and Shimaore, which is the dialect spoken in Mayotte, which is, by the way, a French overseas department. So these are four dialects, but it's the same language. Today I'm going to focus on the Shingazija dialect, which is the main island. So if you're somebody who can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me very well. No, you can't hear me? Oh. And now, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, because I don't know if there is voice or not. No? So Untulati is saying there is no voice. So let me plug my microphone. And now, can you hear me? Now, can you hear? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. So I didn't put the microphone. This is why you couldn't hear me very well. So let me repeat myself because there was no sound in the beginning. First of all, what is Shikomori? Because there are some people who don't know about Shikomori. Shikomori, or the Comorian language, is the language spoken in Comoros. Comoros are four islands: Ngazija, Moheli, Anjouan, and Mayotte. But Mayotte is a French overseas department. But if you ask a Comorian, how many islands are in Comoros? They will answer you four islands, because it's an archipelago of four islands. But unfortunately, the fourth one, Mayotte, is a French overseas department. So the language spoken in the four islands is called Shikomori, with four dialects. But the four dialects, we understand each other's. So if you're somebody who is a language lover, or you are somebody who speaks Kiswahili, you may be surprised by the similarities both languages have, because Shikomori, by the way, is, I can say, a cousin. It's a cousin of Kiswahili, mixing Swahili roots and Arabics, French, and even English. There are many English words in the Shikomori language. Yeah. So now, as you know about Shikomori, let's practice and learn some basic words or basic expressions, greetings in Shikomori. So what you can do, grab your notebook, take a pen, take some notes, or just listen and practice with me. First of all, let's share some basic greetings in Shikomori. So for the greetings, for example, if you want to say good morning in Shikomori, you will say Bariza Subuhi. Bariza Subuhi. Good morning. Bariza Subuhi. So Subuhi means morning. So if you want to say good morning, we say Bariza Subuhi. Bariza, there is Habari. Habari za asubuhi. So the complete word is habari za asubuhi. If you are speaking, everyday speaking, you will say habari za asubuhi. Habari means news. Subuhi means morning. So habari za asubuhi. Good morning. And you can answer that and say habari za asubuhi. Oh, sorry. If you hear habari za asubuhi, you can just answer and say salama. Habari za asubuhi. Salama. Or you can say ça va. But ça va is French, but we use it in Shikomori. So habari za asubuhi. Salama. Salama means peace. Okay, so now if you want to say how are you in Shikomori, how are you? Simple. You can just say yeje. Yeje. Oh, let me write that because yeje, like this. Oh, I have a pen. Yeje. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see what I have written here. Yeje. Oh, yeje. Ye is always used to ask a question. Yeje. Good morning. Or you can just say, but it's not formal. You can just say je. If you see somebody in Comoros and you want to greet him or her, you can just say je, but it's not formal. You normally say that with friends or people you already know. But if you are greeting somebody you have never seen, don't just say je because it's not very formal. You can say ye je, how are you? Or you can say ngawe mnono, which means are you fine? Ngawe mnono, which means are you fine? Because in Shikomori, unono means health. If you want to ask someone, are you fine? You can say ngawe mnono. And the person will answer ewa. Ewa means yes. Parker Smith, yes, I'm fine. What's up? So yeje, you can say njema. Yeje, njema. Ngawe mnono, are you fine? Ewa. Ewa means yes. You can say ewa ngami mnono. Yes, I am fine. Or just ewa. So these are some greetings in Shikomori. Let me repeat. Good morning, habari za asubuhi. Habari za asubuhi. But if you're speaking, you won't say habari za asubuhi. You just say habari za asubuhi. Contraction. In Shikomori, we also have contraction. So habari za asubuhi. Okay. Parker Smith is asking ngawe mnono. Ewa ngami mnono. Ewa ngami mnono. Yeah, because Parker Smith is asking in the chat if I'm fine. Ngawe mnono. Do you speak Shikomori, Parker Smith? Let me know if you speak Shikomori. And you let me know if you have some similar words in your language. I don't know, whatever language you are speaking. But I know I don't speak Kiswahili, but we have a lot of Swahili people from Tanzania, from Kenya, living in Comoros and doing business in Comoros. So I have the habit to hear some people speaking Kiswahili. We also have a lot of Comorians going to Tanzania to do business, to buy things there and come to sell them in Comoros. So if they come back to Comoros, they speak Kiswahili. So I have the habit to hear some Kiswahili words. And I know that there are a lot of similarities between Kiswahili and Shikomori. For example, in Kiswahili, they say habari. Habari means news, if I'm not mistaken. Habari za asubuhi. I think in Kiswahili, they have that in their language. In Comoros, we also have habari za asubuhi, but we say bari za asubuhi. So that are some basic expressions for greetings in Shikomori. So if you want to ask somebody, where are you going? Where are you going? Yengwendo ndahu. Yengwendo ndahu. Let me write it. Where are you going? Yengwendo ndahu. Ye, I told you the suffix ye, suffix or prefix. Wait, the prefix ye is used to ask a question. Ye, ngwendo ndahu. Ye ngwendo ndahu. Where are you going? It's very amazing because I know there are a lot of people out there who don't know about Comoros and Shikomori. Shikomori is only spoken in Comoros. So, where are you going? Yengwe Nundahu. Here it is, how it's written. Ye, ye, which is used to ask a question. Yengwe Nundahu. Where, which means where are you going? Ngwendo, Hwenda means going. Hwenda. Hwenda is the infinitive. So to conjugate it, we say Yengwendo Dahu. This is present continuous. Where are you going? Dahu means where. Yengwendo Dahu. Where are you going? Yengwendo Dahu. Where are you going? And you can answer and say, for example, you want to say, I'm going downtown. So you will say, Ngamwendo homjini. Downtown means mjini in Shikomori. So mjini also means village. It also means uh, city. It also means town. So it has different meanings depending on the context. So in this context, we want to say, I'm going downtown. You will say, nga mwendo, I am going, nga, I am. Nga mwendo, I am going home jini. Ho is a adjective. So I'm going downtown. Ngamwendo ho mjini. Downtown means mjini. But also mjini, as I said, mjini means in the city. Mjini means village. Okay? So it has different meaning. Mjini means village. Mjini means city. Mjini means downtown. So it's a word you can keep in your mind. I'm going downtown. Ngamwendo homjini. Where are you going? Yengwendo ndahu. Yengwendo ndahu. Yengwendo ndahu. I'm going downtown. Ngamwendo homjini. Where are you going? Yengwendo ndahu. I'm going downtown. Ngamwendo homjini. I'm going downtown, Ngamwendo homjini. Or I'm going downtown, or I'm going in the village. I'm going in the village, which also means Ngamwendo homjini. Okay. So let's say, for example, if you want to say, I'm going to the market. The market in Shikomori, we say shindo, shindoni. In the to the market, shindoni. Market means shindo. So I'm going to the market. Ngamwendo hoshindoni. Shindoni. Ngamwendo hoshindoni. So we add ni at the end of the word. Not all the words, it depends. I'm going to make a whole lesson to explain this because Shikomori is very complex. Because as Comorians, we don't grow up learning Shikomori at school because Shikomori is not taught at school at all. By the way, I remember at school, if you are caught speaking Shikomori, you can be sent out of the school because it's not allowed to speak your own language at school, which is unbelievable. It's not good at all. This is why Shikomori is a disappearing language because it's spoken only by Comorians and it's not taught at school. The medium of instruction in Comoros is French. So if you are at school in Comoros, you are speaking Shikomori, you will be punished. You will be punished, yes. You can be sent out. You can be given a very hard punishments. I don't know why we do that. It's not good. It's good to teach. I know Kiswahili is taught in schools in Tanzania, in Kenya, which is good because this is our language. They should be taught at school, but in Comoros, it's not the case. So for a Comorian to teach Shikomori, it's very difficult because we learn Shikomori naturally. We don't learn it at school. We just hear people, our parents speaking, and we learn it like this. So for us to teach it, it's very difficult because you need to be taught in order to be able to teach some other peoples. So it's gonna be very difficult for me to explain you certain things in the Comorian language because I don't know why we are using those things, why we are using those grammar rules in Shikomori because I didn't learn it at school. I just learned it naturally like this, which is I think not good at all. So I was saying, uh, if I want to say I want to go to the market in Shikomori, you will say I'm going. Ngamwendo hoshindoni because shindoni means to the market. Also, you can say bazari. Bazari also means the market. You can say ngamwendo bazari. I'm going to the market. Let me know if in your language you have similar words. Sure, if you are a Swahili speaker, you have certain words in Shikomori that are similar to Kiswahili words. So ngamwendo bazari, I'm going to the market. Ngamwendo shindoni, I'm going to the market. So now if you want to say I'm going to the mosque, you will say ngamwendo homsirini. Ngamwendo homsirini. Msirini means to the mosque because mosque in Shikomori is msihiri. If you want to say to the mosque, you will say msirini. Ngamwendo homsirini. I'm going to the mosque. Practice with me. Let's say, where are you going in Shikomori? Yengwendo ndahu. Where are you going? Yengwendo ndahu. You can also say gwendo ndahu. You can omit you can just cancel the ye here. Let me show you. We use ye. I don't know if you can see very well. We use ye to ask a question, but actually you can just say ngwendo ndahu and not pronounce the ye. Ngwendo ndahu. Where are you going? Instead of saying ye ngwendo ndahu, you can just say ngwendo ndahu. Ngwendo ndahu. Ye ngwendo ndahu. Ngwendo ndahu. Ye ngwendo ndahu. Where are you going? Is it difficult? I think Shikomori is a little bit difficult because it's a mixture of Swahili, French, Arabic, English, some Portuguese. I think it's due to the influence of um, different colonizers who came to Comoros. Because I know in Comoros, Arab from Shirazian came to Comoros, so they did some. By the way, Comoros, I heard this is how we learn in the stories. Comoros was discovered by Arabs from Shiraz. I think it's part of Iran. So these are Arab who were doing trade. They are the ones who discovered Comoros. This is how we learn in history. So they were doing trade. In the past, people used to do trades, and they took boats to do the tour of the world. So they discovered Comoros, these islands where the moon was shining in a very magic way. And they saw the moon, it was shining in a very magical way. And they say, "Oh, look at the moon. What a beautiful moon. Look at this island." Then they went to the islands, Comoros. This is why they named it Juzrul Kamar. Juzrul Kamar, which means islands of the moon. Kamar means moon in Arabic. But when the French colonizers came, they couldn't say Juzrul Kamar. They just say Komor. They took the last word, Kamar, which means moon in Arabic, and they just say Comor. This is why Comoros is called Comor in French. And after the French, I think, before the French, there were some Portuguese who came to Comoros. So all of those mixtures made Comoros what we call Comoros. This is why in Comoros you will see some islands where people look a little bit like Arabs. Okay, so another way of greeting people in Comoros, you can just say Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you, because Comoros is 100% Muslim country. So Muslim countries, they all greet people by saying Assalamu alaikum, which means may peace be upon you. So if you cannot say Bariza Subuhi, you cannot say Yengawe Mnono, all of the expressions I have taught you in the beginning of the lesson, you can just say Assalamu alaikum. If you go to Comoros, you say Assalamu alaikum, people will understand directly. Everyone will understand and will answer Wa alaikum assalam. May peace be upon you too. But if you want to greet people in the professional way, you will say Bariza Subuhi, good morning. You can say Yeje. You can say Yengawe Mnono. You can say Yema Habari. Habari means news. Yema Habari, what's the news? And you can answer no news. Kabati Nrongo. Or you can just say Salama, peace. Let me know if you're learning something from this live stream, because I have checked in the internet in YouTube to see if I can find some videos teaching people how to speak Shikomori, but there aren't a lot of content out there talking about Shikomori and Comoros. This is why I'm trying my best to do this live stream to share some expressions in Shikomori, some basic greetings in Shikomori, so that people out there, when they come to teach about Comoros and the Shikomori, they can find this content. I hope it's gonna help you. Okay, let's try a little conversation to practice what we have been learning so far. Okay, Yeje, which means how are you? Yeje, how are you? And you're gonna answer, I am fine, by saying Njema. Yeje, Njema. Yeje is the question, how are you? I'm fine, Njema. Or you can just say J, how are you? Which also hi. J, it's an equivalent of hi. J, hi, Njema. So one thing you should know about Comoros and Shikomori, the Comorian people, we if you say how are you, it's not enough, because the how are you is always followed by some little talks and discussions. Yeah, it's one of the cultural shock I had when I came to France, because In France, we just say bonjour, and the person will answer bonjour. Bonjour, which means good morning. You don't add anything. You go your way, and the other person will go in his way. And when I came to France, I used to say, when I say bonjour, the person answer bonjour. I used to add some words. Tu vas bien? Are you fine? And the people were always like astonished. They were shocked to hear me asking them some questions about how are they going. So you should know that in Comoros, people really love discussions. People love human connections. How are you is not enough. Make sure make sure that people will ask you questions. People will add some conversation in order to know you more. So if you say yeje, which means how are you, you answer njema, which means I'm fine. The person, most of the time, the person greeting you in Shikomori, the Comorian greeting you, if he say yeje and you say njema, I am fine, it's more likely that he or she will ask this question. Ngawe mnono, ngawe mnono, are you fine? They always go together. Yeje, njema. Ngawe mnono, are you fine? And you can answer ewa, which means yes. Or ewa ngami mnono. Yes, I am fine. Most of the time, the Comoran will also add this. Yema habari. What's the news? Yema habari. And most of the time you answer like this. Salama, peace. Or kabatin rongo, there's nothing new. Because in Comoros, how are you is not enough. How are you is always followed with some little conversations, small talks. We love human connection. We love knowing new people. In order for you to not be shocked when you go to Comoros. Because if you say hi, the people won't just say hi and go. No, 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 no. They will try to know you. They'll try to bring some conversation to know the person. Even if they know you, if they say hi, they won't stop there. They will add, how are you? How is your family? Where are you going? What is this? What is that? This is how things are in Comoros. And I think it's like this everywhere in Africa. People don't just say hi and go. People, they say hi, and the hi is followed by some little talks, little conversation, friendly conversation. People are curious to know about foreigners or new people. So here is a common conversation in Comoros. Yeje, how are you? Njema, I am fine. Ngawe mnono, are you fine? Unono means health. Ngawe mnono, are you fine? Ewa ngami mnono. Yes, I am fine. And you can, if you want to ask, and you, ewewe, and you, ewewe. Ah, ngami mnono bangu, ngami mnono. I am fine too. Ngami mnono bangu. Bangu means two. Ngami mnono. How is your mother? Ye mama ho ngeje. My mother is fine. Mama hangu nge mnono. My mother is fine. Mama hangu nge mnono. What's the news in the village? Mahabari ya mji. Mji. Mjini, I told you. Mjini means village or downtown or in the city. So, mahabari ya mji. What's the news in the village? Make sure you take some notes because Shikomori, I told you, is a very complex language as it's a mixture of different languages, mostly Kiswahili. So basically, if you hear some Comorians, especially from Anjouan or Mayotte speaking, They really speak like Kiswahili people because they count the similar way to Swahili people. The three islands, Moheli, Anjouan, Mayotte, they count like in Kiswahili. They say moja, mbili, taru, I don't know. But in Ngazija, the main island, which is my island, we speak different way. We count in different way. We say Monsi, one, Bili, two, Ndaru, four, Nne, Tsanu, Ndadaru, Fukare, Nane, Shenda, Kume. But in the other islands, they have different way of counting. Just for you to know that Shikomori is not only is not only Shingazija, because Shingazija is the dialect spoken in Ngazija. Shikomori is not only Shimwali, because Shimwali is the dialect spoken in the island of Moheli. Shikomori is not only Shinzwani, because Shinzwani is the dialect of Shikomori speaking in Anjou. So Shikomori is the four dialects together. But today, in this particular live, I'm speaking in Shingazija, which is my dialect, because I don't really master the different dialects. Let me know if you have learned something from this live. Let me know if you want me to do some whole videos, long form videos about Shikomori language for people who would like to visit Comoros. I know Comoros is very remote. By the way, a lot of people out there don't know about Comoros. This is why I'm trying to create some content to speak about Comoros so that internet can find Comoros. If you are browsing, you click Comoros, you find some videos and some content talking about the country. Because so far we don't have a lot of content out there in English. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like the video. Drop some sweet comment in the comment below. Thank you for watching this one. Goodbye. Lalaunono. Goodbye means Lalaunono in Shikomori. Lalaunono. Goodbye. Kwaheri. Thank you very much, which means marahaba menji. Thank you means marahaba in Shikomori. Marahaba.